Garudimimus is a genus of ornithomimosaurs that lived in Asia during the Late Cretaceous. The genus is known from a single specimen, found in 1981 by a Soviet-Mongolian paleontological expedition in the Bayan Shireh Formation and formally described in the same year by Rinchen Barsbold. The only species is Garudimimus brevipes. Several interpretations about the anatomical traits of Garudimimus were made in posterior examinations of the specimen, but most of them were criticized during its comprehensive redescription. In 2005, the only known specimen of Garudimimus was a medium-sized animal measuring nearly 3.5 meters 11.5 ft in length and weighing about 77.3-98 gg, 170-16 lb. It was an ornithomimosaur with a mix of basal and derived features. Unlike primitive ornithomimosaurs, both upper and lower jaws were toothless, a trait that is often reported in more derived ornithomimids. Garudimimus had relatively short and stocky hindlimbs, robust feet, and a reduced ilia. The foot had 4 toes with the first one very reduced, whereas ornithomimids were 3-toed with the first toe lost. The toothless skull has very straight jaws ending in a more rounded snout tip than that of other genera. It was previously thought that this primitive ornithomimosaurian possessed a lacrimal horn at the top of the skull, in front of the eye socket. However, the redescription of the only specimen has shown that this structure was simply the distorted left prefrontal bone, was the first description in 1981. Garudimimus was identified as a primitive ornithomimosaurian within its own family. However, with the description of new specimens of Deinocheirus in 2014, it was found that the latter was a sister taxon of Garudimimus, grouping within the Deinocheiridae ornithomimosaurs, not adapted for running or agile movements. But this placement has also been found to be unlikely. The pelvic girdle and hindlimbs of Garudimimus show that the musculature of the legs was not as well developed as in the fast-running ornithomimids, therefore indicating poor cursorial capacities. Like other members of Ornithomimosauriaria, Garudimimus was an omnivore or herbivore, with a reduced bite force that was compensated by a horny beak.